Hi, I'm Sue Resig, and today we're going to go over all the Gerson approved herbs and spices that you're allowed to use in your cooking. It is a little bit limited compared to regular cooking because Dr. Gerson was very concerned with the oils in the more aromatic spices. So I have the book here, Healing the Gerson Way, and I'm going to read to you the list of approved herbs and spices. I have most of them, but not all of them. And these are the ones that I was most familiar with. You're allowed to use, it says here in the book, very small doses. Again, because they don't want it to interfere with the healing process that you're going through, okay? So we're going to start with allspice, anise, which I don't have, bay leaves. Now bay leaves, in case you don't know, bay leaves don't have a strong flavor, but they do add a depth of flavor to what you're cooking, so they're very nice in soups and stews. They add a depth of flavor. And something that there's like an old wives' tale that people say, oh, bay leaves are poisonous. Bay leaves are not poisonous. Dr. Gerson would not allow you to use bay leaves if bay leaves are poisonous. The reason why that saying came around is because you're told when you put a bay leaf in a recipe, you should remove it before you serve it. The reason why you want to remove it is because bay leaves do not soften. They stay very hard. It'd be like chewing on a piece of cardboard. So it's just not pleasant to have a bay leaf in your food, but it's not going to hurt you if you forget to take it out, and it's not poisonous. But it is delicious, and it adds a nice depth of flavor. It's good in the awesome sauce recipe that I have, and it's also nice if you want to make it in any soups. So that was just a side note. Bay leaves, coriander, which you can kind of substitute that for a little bit of a Mexican flavor, or it kind of gives some robustness there. We have coriander, dill. This is my dill. Dill's very nice, especially if you can get it fresh. It's delicious on your potatoes or with cabbage, with onions, with carrots. It's delicious with beets. I make that beet salad recipe. I have a video for the beet salad that I use dill in. Fennel. I don't use fennel a real lot. It's not my favorite. It has a bit of a licorice-like flavor to it, but you know fennel is used to make sausage. Now obviously we're not eating meat or sausage anymore, but sometimes I like to do a stir-fry simmer. You know what I'm saying? You use the liquid and you cook the vegetables in it a little bit, and I put in just a little fennel, and it kind of gives sort of a sausagey flavor. So you can do that. Mace. Oh no, wait, sorry. We've got garlic powder. And remember, garlic you can have roasted, you can have it raw, you can have it sauteed, you can have it powdered, just not salt. Can't have garlic salt, but all those different ways of incorporating the garlic will give more flavor. Let me see, fennel. Fennel I don't have, but I like fresh fennel. You can get it. It looks kind of like a short, squat celery bulb, and it has the same texture as celery, but it has a nice, it's funny because it's an anise flavor or a fennel flavor, but I like it in the cooked bulb, and it's delicious if you make a fennel and celery salad. We'll do that sometime. I'll do a recipe for that. What's next? Oh, mace. Mace is interesting. Now we're not allowed to have nutmeg, but mace comes from a nutmeg. It's actually from the shell of a nutmeg, or I guess it's the shell. And it's grated, and it has just a little different flavor, but it's similar to nutmeg, and you might like that in something that you want to consider a dessert, like if you were putting it on apples in place of nutmeg, or pears, and make that a dessert. What do we have next? I forget what this is. Oh, marjoram. Now I'll tell you, I'm going to link these all together. You have marjoram, sage, and thyme, and they're all very similar. I mean, they're different, but you can use them interchangeably. So any recipe that you would use thyme in, you can use sage in, or you can use marjoram in. And anything you'd use sage in, you can alternate. So you might want to try them. They are different, but they're similar in that you can use them interchangeably. We have onion powder. Again, onions you can have baked or sauteed or boiled, whatever. And then we've got onion powder. And then rosemary. Rosemary is one of my favorites. I don't know, I just really like it. It kind of imitates an Italian flavor for me. And then the last one is turmeric, and turmeric's actually very helpful for reducing inflammation. So a little turmeric with your potatoes or a cauliflower, it adds a pretty color, and it adds an interesting, robust flavor to your food when you use it. Now let me see if they say anything else. Oh, they have some here listed that I don't have. They have saffron, sorrel, summer savory, and tarragon. I'd like to try tarragon sometime. I just haven't gotten there yet. And you can always use chives, garlics, onions, parsley, and you can use a lot more parsley, which is really nice. It adds a nice fresh flavor. Now there's 2 herbal teas that you can have also. We have peppermint herbal tea and chamomile herbal tea. The peppermint is used for settling your tummy. Sometimes the food doesn't always settle well. You can give a peppermint tea. The chamomile tea is a nice relaxing tea. It's good for in the evening. It also can help settle your tummy. And one of the things, if you have a nice fresh mint plant growing in your yard, they're a common weed actually, the mint. It tastes very good in a fresh fruit salad, so you could enjoy that as well. You can have them in different forms, all of these. So if you can get any of them fresh and grow them in your backyard in some pots, like my husband and I will put out about 8 pots of a number of these fresh herbs, and it's just a whole different world when you have fresh herbs instead of the dry herbs. This is better than nothing. But when you can treat yourself to the fresh herbs, you do that. It just has such a nice aromatic flavor, and it's a whole different animal, and you'd want to try it, especially in your salad dressings. So I think that's it. I just wanted to share those with you right out of the books, and now you know what you can and cannot have. Okay, thanks. Have a good night.